Hi, I'm Emma Aibara. You're watching Define the Line.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Should I call you
You can call
Harvey
me
or
Air. It don't matter. Which Air, Hobby,
Eric?
whichever.
Okay.
But
Yep.
yeah, so I found your music actually
Mm.
through I listen to a lot of breakcore when I like edit and like draw and stuff. So
Yeah.
one day I was listening to Tokyo Pill. That's like an artist I jam a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
your music came up on there, and I was like, whoa, this is sick. It sounded different,
Oh.
and then I had started seeing on like, I don't remember if it was TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever, something.
Mm.
I started seeing like you were promoting your next single, which was Escape Mode, and I was like, whoa, what the hell, this
Ah.
isn't out yet. And then when it dropped, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I gotta, oh, I was so stoked for it. It sounds so good. So
No,
congrats
thank you.
on
Thank
that
you.
song. It's so amazing.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect that video get that views. It was surprising to me too. I wasn't that uh big on like I wasn't trying to be like huge or like get views on social media. It was like first time getting that views.
Uh-huh. So you had
Yeah.
been you've been making music for a while though, right? Like since
Yeah, 3 years now, I think.
mm. And
Yeah.
how do you kind of go like who are your influences, I guess, when it comes to like making the music you make?
So I make rock music. So I wanted to say like bands from that genre, but honestly the biggest influence is Grimes,
Oh,
actually.
I saw that
I
you
I
do a
love Grimes.
cover of a Grimes
Oh,
song
really? Thank
actually.
you. Yeah, that's because I love that song,
uh
like everything from her. Yeah.
See, I'm not a huge fan. Not that I'm not a fan or whatever. I've just never really done like a deep dive on Grimes. Would you consider
Mhm.
that like what genre would you think she'd fall? I've always kind of thought of her as like goth music. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know what
true.
she falls under though, because I've never really like listened
I
to a lot of
know.
her music.
I know. What is she?
Do you
Um,
listen to like other electronic bands, or is it mostly like instrumental, like guitar stuff that like inspires you?
so I grew up listening to rock music. I started listening to music seriously from metal, actually,
Mm,
especially Slipknot.
I could hear that for
And
sure.
yeah, and metal bands with female vocals, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And um, I didn't listen to any electronic music until I found Grimes. And um, now I listen to like many, I dig into that genre too, but my root is kind of like more rock side.
That's crazy. So you've always
Mm,
like you've listened to heavier stuff more in like your earlier years.
yeah.
How long have you been playing guitar for?
It's been 10 years because I started uh a band in high school
Mm.
in uh do you know, are you familiar with anime?
Oh yeah, I love anime.
Do you know Keon?
Oh, dude. Oh, W in the chat for K-On! Everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, I my homie Brandon actually put me
W.
onto that anime. It's such a good.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's like so like adorable, and then they just
Mm.
shred on the guitars and shit at the same time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was in the same club which is called Keon. Keon
There's an actual
Keon
club
Club.
for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's based on that actual
Yo,
club.
What?
that
What
is
Yeah,
the
so I
so
hell?
was
awesome.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't. I've never watched KO until like
D-
right now, and I watched it. It was like totally my high school life is in it.
Dude,
Like,
you
yeah,
just blew
exactly
my
the same.
mind. I thought that the anime was based off of just like some people who I thought that was like all made up. I didn't know there was an actual class that like y'all just have to like it's just like writing music and tea, right? Or like they just drink tea and eat snacks and then play music and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't actually eat snacks, but my club was strict, way more strict than that. But yeah, it was kind of like that,
So the main focus
exactly
in
the
that
same.
club is music. Like you guys are specifically there to like play music and stuff together.
Yeah, and there was also a competition in like whole country, Japan.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
So are
So
there
so
like
is
any like skills you learned during that that you translated over into the music you make now?
Yeah, of course. I was in a punk band at the time with three girls, and uh, that time as definitely led to my life right now.
mm,
Um, yeah, I've never thought of uh, being an artist in the future at the time, but I actually won a competition and represented the prefecture. It's like a state in Japan. In
uh-huh.
Japan,
Yeah.
yeah, I represented and like compete with other states.
And you won?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh.
I
He's
didn't,
like,
but
yeah.
uh, yeah,
You
but
win some, you
through
lose
that,
some.
yeah, through that experience, I um decided to learn more about music and into a music college.
So you went to school for
Yeah,
music and stuff, like you production or like how? What did you go to school for?
yeah, it was DTM course, which is course for DAW.
And that what is that? That's like a.
It's like composing music with a laptop computer.
Oh, okay, yeah, like doing.
Yeah,
Oh, DAWs. Okay, DAW. I see now.
that
Yeah,
does.
I got you. I got you.
Mhm.
That's cool. So, what is your preferred? Like, do you use Reaper or what do you like? Pro Tools? What kind of DAW do you use?
I actually use Cubase. That's
Really?
not,
I
yeah,
haven't
that's
heard that one
very
in a long
minor.
time. Yeah, it's been a
Yeah, I
while.
know. I know. That's because we used Cubase for uh classes,
Mm-hmm. So that's just
and
what you're familiar with.
yes, some people like change to other DAWs, like more popular one, but I got used to it, so I couldn't change it. But I have Logic and Ableton Live too.
Yeah. But see, that just goes to show that it doesn't matter about like the stuff you're using. It matters about who's behind it, like piloting it. Because I mean, it
Hmm.
doesn't matter the DAW. You're still making some dope music, whether
Yeah.
it's Ableton or Cubase,
Hmm.
whatever.
Yeah. I think I'm not gonna be able to make songs that I make right now with other DAWs.
Right. So you're like
Yeah.
really, you know that one to a point where it's kind of like second nature now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's cool. So are you doing like live performances? Is this like music right now or nice? You have anything coming up
Yeah.
as far as a live performance?
So actually, I did a lot of live performance back in Japan, and I moved here 1 year ago, and I just
Nice.
did one show here. So I miss performing, but it's pretty hard to get booked here,
I
because
bet you're in
uh
California now, right? That's where you said.
yeah,
Yeah, I bet there's a
yeah, it's
lot
hard.
of like you got to cut your teeth into the scene and get to know people and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're ever in Texas,
Yeah.
dude, we can throw a show out here, dude. That would be sick. That would be awesome. There's a lot of
Oh,
stuff going out on it.
in Texas?
Yeah, Texas. We're in San
Oh.
Antonio, Texas. That's where we're from.
Oh.
So
Okay,
there's a
okay. I
lot of
heard.
music stuff going on out in this
Oh,
area.
true. True, true. I heard there's a breakcore scene in Houston.
Houston has
Yes.
an everything scene. They have like a scene for
Yeah.
Oh,
every kind of music going on, pretty much.
really?
Yeah. But as far as breakcore, like it's kind of hit and miss because I feel like people misconstrue breakcore and drum and bass a lot, so they'll like just kind of throw them
Mm-hmm.
both together and be like, "Yeah, this is a drum and bass breakcore." They kind of don't understand the nuance of that.
Mm-hmm.
But a little bit on that, I kind of wanted to ask, like, so when you were in that little punk band that you're talking about, is that where you kind of learned more of like the influences of like what was gonna like songwriting stuff, like how you were gonna start structuring music and things like that?
Yeah, at the time I didn't even know what DAW is. So I was just jamming with my band members and used to write music. But I think when I just graduated, I found about garage band,
Mm.
and that was like that blew my mind. So I can make a band in my computer. That was like game changer.
Right. You're like, I
And
can make
also,
this do whatever I want and not hurt anybody's feelings at the
yes,
same time. We just do
yes,
this.
yes,
That's so cool.
yeah. And after graduating, I started a new band, which is called Velvet Size. It's on Spotify, but it was actually very uh, difficult for me, and also at the same time, I knew that I can do better without uh, jamming with people. I think I am more uh of a solo person. Sorry, my English is
No, you're
uh
good. You're doing
yeah, I
You
fine. We
can
yeah. Thank you, thank you.
you get like
Yeah,
more like in your element and you can just flow, you know.
yeah, and I was in that band for one, two, no, sorry, 3 years maybe. But when the COVID happened, I we couldn't, book a studio. We couldn't even meet,
right.
and that's how I started making music by myself. At first, I made like demos for my band, but I was kind of frustrated because I couldn't, you know, finish the song until
Mm.
everybody um,
I
work on
see.
it.
So that's kind
I
of
needed to
you
wait.
you felt like the other people were kind of holding you back in the sense of like you wanted to move forward faster, like you had a
Mm-hmm.
vision. You had a vision for what you were looking for.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I gotcha. Which there's
Yeah, and
nothing wrong
that's
with that at all, especially if you know what kind of sound like, and it's apparent on like the record from what we hear. It's you have a very specific sound that even in breakcore, like where stuff is so chaotic already and things are kind of hard to differentiate, you stand out in that, which I thought was like that's why I really wanted to get to reach out to you. I was like, dude, this song just came out, like this is on this podcast we kind of talk about like new genres and like how
Mhm,
like subgenres grow to happen, and I feel like
mhm,
your song Escape Mode like puts that metal aspect and the pop aspect together so perfectly. Like I don't know if you've heard like baby metal or like
mhm.
poppy things like that, and don't
Yeah,
get me
I love
wrong,
them.
I love it too, but it's kind of
Mhm,
corny to an extent. Like the way you do
mhm,
it sounds more like like it sounds streamlined. It sounds like there's no bullshit. Excuse my language. It just sounds so like raw version of what those are trying to emulate. So I think it's sick. I really appreciate the music you're creating. So it's awesome having you on here.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you
you're
so
on my
much.
running playlist. I run to I run to your
Oh yeah.
music.
It's- So is that the first
Oh,
song
thank
you've
you so
ever
much.
like done screams on? Like I think I've heard another one where you
Uh,
do.
I did in other couple songs, but it's like back vocal
Mm,
with like clean vocal and there's like scream on the back
it's like
kind of
layered.
stuff. Layered, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, because the screams on there are dope. And that was an I see like on your Instagram you have Emobreak on your page. How did you come up with
Yeah.
that genre name? I love it. I think
Uh,
it's cool.
yeah. I don't know. Everybody is kind of like passionate about genres. So I don't know if I can, proudly say like I'm pioneering emo break.
I'll say it
It's-
for you. I can say that wholeheartedly because
Yeah.
like I said on this podcast we're literally trying to like figure and we're in an era right now where like genres are being made like we've hit a plateau where they've gone back and starting to like use old music to make new music sound fresh again, which is like
Mhm.
kind of I could see like where you in escape mode it almost sounds like new metal-y sort of like it's got like a new metal
Yes, it is.
vibe to it, and then also with the
Mhm.
breakcore. So like you said Slipknot, I hear Slipknot big time on that too,
Yeah.
and it's got
Mhm.
like that's where I hear the new metal aspect, and then the guitars.
Mm.
But then you have songs like I played one just a second ago. Um, you have a song called. Let me double check. I don't want to name it wrong. It's called Ever Again. That
Oh,
one
yay. Yeah,
that
that's my personal favorite.
dude, that's my favorite song. That song is
Oh,
so
thank
dope.
you.
I love it. Like after I found more and more of the music, this song right here I think falls in that emo break genre like you were saying. This is
Yeah.
more emo break than escape
Mm-hmm,
mode
mm-hmm.
would I would say.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do. Escape mode is not, I can't call it emo break. It's kind of like middle break,
Right. It's
I
more
think.
heavy. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got a lot more metal influence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but ever again, that is 100% emo break that I want to do.
I agree. And that I'm
Mm-hmm.
so glad to hear you say that because that's what I was just saying earlier. I'm like, this song
Yeah.
sounds way more like emo, like especially the chords you're playing on the guitar in that song, like
Mm-hmm.
way more emo sounding, like and the vocals,
Yeah.
everything about it, it's got like that, even like the MySpace emo sound thing to it. It's so cool.
Yeah, MySpace. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So the, I released Ever Again because there's another song called Notice.
I think I have that
That's
one
the
as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the song I got started use
That's like where
and
you started like building like a platform with that one.
yeah, yeah, thank you for correcting. I
No,
really
you're
want to
good.
say like in a better way,
No, you're
but
good.
yes, yeah, that song. That is kind of like the genre I wanna focus on more.
hmm
And Ever Again is kind of like the same vibe.
That's cool. Yeah, because
I
that one
wanted
is
to,
my
yeah, I
personal
wanted
favorite.
more of, oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I want to do more of like that vibe.
Yeah, because like
Escape mode is kind of like, yeah, you know, emo bands sometimes have like metal or songs, right?
yeah,
I wanted to do like those two types of emo, like metalcore.
I think it's a good blending, especially to like get people to the page and like check it out and like, because that's how I did more digging after the fact. I was like, oh shit, I can look more into this, and then come to find out, I was like, oh shit, it gets more melodic, it gets more emotional and stuff like that, which is sick. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as like
Oh.
emo bands, like who are like some emo influences that you like jam?
So this is cliche, but My Chemical Romance,
Fair enough.
and yeah, and my favorite is a band called I Set to Kill.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
of
that's
them.
awesome.
Aren't
Yeah,
they
I
like
love
an
Ice
all-female fronted band, or am I tripping?
Mm-mm-mm.
They are, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So that's where you built
yeah.
some influence from them.
Yes. And I'm a picky and I kind of like choose what I listen to. Like I have songs that I don't like from emo genre,
Right.
especially like frolic songs. Like any genre, metal, EDM. I don't listen to like frolic song.
You
You know
said
what I mean?
brolic? No, what is that? What does
Yeah.
that mean? I'm not sure what that
Oh,
means.
really? So my boyfriend is from New York, and I learned from him, so I think it's New York slang.
I've never heard
Sorry
that
for
Frolic?
before.
randomly saying. It's
Frolic
like,
is like overly happy, right?
oh,
Like frolic is like cheerful or whatever.
oh no, it's, oh, it's a,
I could be wrong.
it means like gym.
Oh, I see. It's
Oh.
like super like bro, like dun dun like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm using right, but
Yeah.
No,
I'm
you're
trying.
good.
Do you know a band that you could like use as a reference? Is there like a band for reference that you could think of?
so for I don't know about bands. For EDM, for me, dubstep is like everything is frolic for me. Especially like high res, high res, high
Yeah.
resolution. Sorry, I don't know the word.
Like produced, like overproduced.
Yeah, like highly.
Overproduced and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, for EDM dubstep. For metal, I think what I imagine Brolic is uh uh I don't know because I don't listen to them. It's like there are two types of screams, right? One is like oh sorry, I don't know how to explain this.
No, you're
One
good.
is like crying, screaming,
Yeah,
sadness kind of stuff.
like
But
emotional
the other,
frying.
yeah, emotion, yeah. But the other one is like, I'm gonna
Like brutal.
kill
Yeah,
you
like
or
ooh, yeah, like
brutal. Yeah,
yeah.
You don't
and
like
I don't,
death music, like deathy music.
yeah, like with um aggressive or like you know, I don't know how to.
Yeah, no.
It's,
Tough guy.
Yeah, it's just like
yeah, tough guy. Yeah. So I don't listen to any songs that for tough guys, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
funny.
it's
So real quick, we have a couple of questions in chat for you.
Yeah.
There's someone named 2OK. They had a couple of questions.
Hmm.
They said, how did you get so good at English in a year?
oh. No, I didn't
You
get to
sound.
this level in a year.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you had been practicing like before you moved out this way.
Yes, of course. And my dad is American. That's why.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh,
Yes.
So that's
I
how
grew.
you he like listened to metal. I'm assuming that's kind of how you were like exposed to like Slipknot. I don't know. Is that fair to say?
well,
No.
Slipknot's
Nah,
actually
nah.
pretty big in Japan.
I have no idea.
Yes, yes. There's not fest going in Japan too. Yeah, they're big actually.
So like how did you get influenced, I guess, that early into metal music? No one in your family was like an influence in that regard. You kind of found it your own way.
Yeah, my dad is a Beatles fan. David
Nice.
Bowie, Blondie.
Oh, so he's
So
like classic
he
rock stuff. Like yeah,
classic.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think I found it myself. I was not a fan of music until high school, and I think I started listening to pop punk
Hmm.
first, and then like moved to emo and moved to metal and went back to emo
Yeah, that
again.
sounds like yeah, that's like the organic. That's exactly how
Mm.
the progression I feel like should go. So
Yeah.
you had kind of just got exposed through like being a teenager. Like you just were like, "Oh, I'm going to get into music now."
So you
Yeah,
like
yeah,
find a
yeah.
band, right? And then you like find another one from them, and then find another one from them,
Right.
and
Yes,
everything like
yes.
that. So when you're young, you're just like, "What the fuck is this? What is this? What is this? Oh my god, what is that?" So
Yes.
I
That was so
understand that.
fun.
So
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to breakcore,
Mm.
how recently like did you get into breakcore? How long have you been into that or writing that type of music?
Actually, you sent me the questions, right? And there was a, are you a poser?
Yeah.
And I thought about that because I didn't even know what breakcore is until I started this project.
That's so cool.
Actually,
That's so
uh,
crazy because that's
is
I
it?
feel like that's always how it goes because like any musician, every time I do these interviews and I ask that question, because any true musician's gonna call themselves a poser immediately. I feel like they know like immediately, like they're like, oh, it's all just music. Like this is all bullshit. At the end of the day, I'm writing music. It's like I'm a poser if it
Mm.
comes to like being in a genre or whatever. Because that's just it's just like a silly thing I
Yeah.
like to ask because
I
every
think
time they're like, yup. I listen to fucking Mariah Carey at night or some shit, and it'll be like this metal band, and I'm like, hell
yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's cool though because you can see like
Yeah.
they pull influence from other places to make the music they
Mm.
make.
I always go
Mm.
back to this interview I saw where they did a study and it asked metalheads what their favorite genre outside of metal was. And the
Mm.
number one answer in 2024, I think, was Japanese city pop.
And I could see
Metalheads
Jap-
that.
love Japanese city pop,
Really?
apparently. Yeah.
Wow.
I could
That's
see it.
surprising.
So it's like, are you a poser? Yeah, I'm a poser. I listen to all of it. Like,
Right.
Damn. Wow. Yeah. So breakcore, I started listening to that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the first single I released, it it's got into a breakcore playlist, and that's how I found about breakcore.
So you were just
Yeah.
writing the music and then it got like thrown into some. You didn't even know the genre existed until you saw it was thrown in that playlist. Like you're just like,
Yes.
oh shit, what is this? See, I can kind of resonate with that because same. I was really into drum and bass. Like I really liked that
Mm-hmm.
genre, but one day
Mm-hmm.
I found Tokyo Pill and Sewer Slut and like other bands like that where it kind of got it went from being like this casual like oh this is cool music to like oh, my ADHD is like unlocking something right now, and I can just, like, it helps me focus on things for some reason when I'm
Um,
doing stuff. So usually when I'm
right.
working, I'll be listening to like breakcore playlists and things like that, and
Mm-hmm.
lo and behold, is how I found out about your music too, through a breakcore playlist, which I was like, that's
Mm.
crazy to think about. So it's, if people hear it and they obviously see that. So like, if you weren't going for breakcore when you were writing that, what kind of was your goal? Like, you're just like, I just writing shit that you like to hear.
Oh yes, yes, definitely. I started this project because I wanna hear like the mixture of uh rock and electronic, and I didn't think of breakcore, just I was thinking like electronic in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you said
That's what I
Grimes
wanted
is
to
an
do.
influence, so that's, she's kind of like where you got the inspiration for like, oh, I can do a solo thing
Hmm.
and take charge of my own style type thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think the first song I released, it's inspired by Grimes' first song called 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm. I
It's
I have to check
one
that
of
song out.
the, yeah, one of the songs from Cyberpunk 2077.
I've never played it. I've
77.
heard
Oh,
amazing
really?
things about it. I've never played it though.
Mm-hmm.
I have to
Yeah,
check that out.
that song is amazing, and that it's kind of, that song is kind of like drum and bass, and that's why I made a song with like that type of drums,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I got into a breakcore playlist, I guess.
So like, whenever you start writing a song like this, do you like take samples of those like amen breaks and things like that and then just kind of tweak them yourself, or do you do it from scratch? Like, do you start everything from scratch?
So when I just started this project, I didn't even know those samples are, but now I know the genre now,
Yeah.
and I found out that it's really cool to sample, one of the songs, uh, the from 70s punk
Yeah.
music. Yeah, I found out that's really cool. That's how I started using samples too. But originally, I was making my drums by myself
So you
and all
did
that.
those from scratch in your earlier days? Like, you're actually like,
Hmm.
Jesus. That's insane. And yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot of work too. Yeah, because
Hmm.
sampling, I know that a lot of breakcore artists just borrow samples from each other. Like, they'll, like, I hear that amen break or those little like whistle sounds. Like, you hear them in a lot of other breakcore artists like music, and
Hmm.
I think that's kind of like a given. People like understand that that's like the genre, so you're gonna hear those little sounds. It's the same way you
Mm.
hear a guitar or a bass in a regular band. You're gonna hear those little nuances, which is
Yeah.
interesting because I've always wondered like the process of like how a breakcore artist does those things, like just gets into like the flow of it. Because it's, I feel like it's different than
Hmm.
traditional where you meet up with three other people or whatever and like let's jam a song and kind of like get the framework. It's just kind of you fighting against a computer sort of.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm the type of person who not good at, you know, having a session, or like good at making music with people. I'm
Right.
really good at, yeah, doing by myself. But
So that's your
yeah, sampling.
preference though.
Yeah, I only sample drums though. I don't really um I don't really use other samples like synths what else? I
So
don't know.
everything vocals is all you. That there's no like samples borrowed as far as like vocals go. It's just you like with effects on your voice
Yeah.
and stuff. That's
Mm-hmm.
dope. So what kind of mic do you usually record that with? Like
It's this one.
just nice.
Yeah. I was just recording before I started this, so
Damn, you got some new
it's
music on the way. Got some Emma
yeah.
AIBARA coming up. Hell yeah.
Like and
Yeah,
subscribe.
y'all guys go
Yes.
follow her and check out her music. It's amazing. If y'all already haven't, I would hope you are if you're in this chat right now because it's
Yes,
great music.
please.
It's dope.
Mm.
But yeah, what kind of guitar do you play too? Like what is the process there?
Um, I usually record with this guitar right here.
She in the studio right now.
Yeah, I know. I live in a very small apartment.
Hell
This is
yeah.
my bedroom. I
I've
record
heard
with
that
this.
about California.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a lot of guitars back in Japan, but I only brought this one because it's expensive to bring stuff.
Right. Those
Mm.
bigger
Yeah,
stuff. So how do you
yeah.
like
But
America? How long you've said you've been here for a year. How are you enjoying it?
it's really, at first, it was very hard to adjust. I adjusted like recently, honestly. It was so hard.
Mhm.
Um, because it's different, but I love it. I love the nature here. It's very different, like the kinds of trees,
Right.
bushes, sand is everything is different. So I really love the nature here, and I still struggle living this life, but um, what else?
Have you been to
Mm,
the sequoias out there? Those big trees that they have like in the northern part of California?
oh, no, no, I've
There's these
never.
trees that you can like drive through. They're like massive, huge. You need to go check those out. It's crazy. Like
Wow,
it's like
wait.
otherworldly. Like you're like in a different planet. Like it's crazy that shit. Yeah, the
Wow.
redwoods.
Yeah, send me the name again
Yeah,
later
definitely.
next week.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
check that out. It's so sick. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
because Japan, it's like everywhere you go, it's like same. It's
mhm,
they don't have like own identity to each like uh
right. Everything's very
state.
like it's all the same. Like mandated. Like it looks government like mandated type stuff. I don't know how to explain it really,
Mhm.
but like yeah, there's more. There's like graffiti and stuff in California. I'm pretty. Y'all do y'all have graffiti's not like allowed in Japan? I would have, or I don't know if there's
No.
areas that it is or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, here is really pretty, beautiful.
Right. There's a lot of art that's
Mm.
going on and stuff happening on the walls and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
that's
love
Yeah.
cool.
spontaneous wall art.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, or adjusting at least. That's cool. I'm glad
Mm.
to hear that.
Yeah, I love it here.
That's awesome. But yeah, I also
Mm.
had a couple of the questions that I kind of just went off tangent because I was just like, I wanted to ask about the music process stuff. But some of the interview questions that I had here were, I don't know. Have you had tacos before? Have you tried? What are your favorite
Of
tacos
course,
to eat?
of course. So LA has like a lot of taco stands, right?
Yeah,
But
California tacos.
yeah, I actually don't have like a specific place that I like because everywhere is really good. Um, yeah, there's like
You just got
a
street
taco
food
stand
all over
right
the
in front
place.
of. Yeah, yeah. I have my favorite. ramen spot back in Japan, but
Oh, nice.
um, yeah,
Gotta
but
put us
here,
on.
yeah, I also I'm not a picky about tacos, so everything tastes good to me. Yeah.
One other question as far as like the cuisine goes, that has that been an adjustment, like moving from over here? Because I know Japan's got like some of the most high amazing ingredients. Y'all have like Wagyu 5 over there, like y'all have like some of the top of the line ingredients. Like I cook, I love cooking, and
Oh, really?
yeah, so like I I can only imagine from like a chef standpoint being in Japan and actually having access to like fresh ingredients from over there. That's
Mhm.
insane. So I get like, is the food over here like? Have you seen a quality shift in like the food that you've eaten out here? I guess at least.
Actually, the fish here from like the groceries, it's better than Japanese grocery
Really?
fishes. Yeah.
Huh. I guess because it's so
But
local, it's close to the ocean. It's like right there. It's,
Yeah,
mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it's actually good. But the only thing is the only thing I miss is eggs. I
eggs.
can't eat raw eggs here, right?
Oh yeah, like you can't have them like just shelf stable eggs and stuff. Yeah, they're all pasteurized, which is stupid. I
yeah,
think that's so dumb that they do that to milk and eggs here. It makes it so they perish
yeah,
faster,
Oh,
which is dumb. Cuz you guys can just
yeah.
have them like on your like kitchen table pretty much, right? Like you'll just in a
mm,
basket like yeah. If you
mhm.
get them farm raised, you can have them like that. But yeah, if you buy them from the store, nope. Which is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to eat like raw eggs in Japan, and when I watched uh, videos on Reels and TikTok about like eating raw eggs in Japan, like a store or anything, but the comment section is like, "Bleh, eating raw eggs, RIP," or whatever.
You're just like,
It's like,
wait, what? It's delicious.
yeah, yeah, it's delicious, and so some of the comments are saying like, "Oh, Japan is different."
Yeah,
And
because
that's
they
how
have
I
actually
knew.
like natural, like everything's natural there. They don't have like
Hmm.
preservatives. But would you put like raw egg on
Yeah,
like your rice or like how would you like you just eat it? Yeah, I was about to say that's like a
yeah.
normal thing. I feel like people in America are just
So
stupid.
we live in Texas, so when I was growing up, I actually lived close to a ranch that I did a little work on for extra money in the summer,
Hmm.
and on hot days we would just take eggs from the chicken coop and take a protein shot. So you could do it if you have chickens, but not really like from the store.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, if they're locally sourced.
Yeah, I just had that available to me because I worked on the ranch.
But another question: if you could have one superpower, what superpower would you have?
Oh, yes, this there's one answer. Definitely, I wanna fly.
Flying.
I wanna fly. I just don't wanna use for like my benefits or money or like attack somebody or anything. I just wanna fly.
It's like I just want to do cool
Yeah,
shit.
Really.
I just want to
Yeah.
do 17 backflips.
See, it's
17
funny
backflips?
because I feel like breakcore makes me feel like there are times whenever a song's like rising up and I'm like, dude, I could just imagine like somebody charging up to this shit. There's like, oh, like some whatever. How you're
Mm-mm-mm.
saying anime? Do you watch anime? Like, are you? Is there any anime you're into right now?
Uh, I am a Attack on Titan fan,
Nice, nice.
but I don't watch like everything.
You said
I'm
you
not
just
a like
watched
professional.
K-On! Recently, like you just got into it, or what?
Yes, yes.
That's so
Yeah, because
crazy.
everybody around me used to say like I need to watch it.
It's so
That's
good.
why I started watching. But yeah, I like Death Note.
So there's like more like in Japan whenever you're like like browsing the TV, there's like a lot of anime that is like airing, not just like cuz
Mm,
I feel like cartoons are a minority here or used to be at least. Back then,
mm-hmm.
like I feel like y'all have way more just slice of life like shows or whatever going on, and that's pretty cool.
Yes, that's true. I grew up with those, anime for kids.
Mhm.
So anime is kind of like uh pretty, natural thing
Right, it was like
for me.
around you all like you grew up and it was
Yes, yes.
everywhere.
Mm-mm-mm.
Nice. So
Yeah, so I have a lot of favorite animes for kids, especially like Sailor Moon, Sailor
yeah.
Moon, and all that.
Hell yeah.
Mm,
That's cool. Yeah, another question that I had on here
yeah.
was um top 3 desert island bands. So like let's say you're stranded on an island and you only get
Mm-mm-mm.
3 bands to listen to for the rest of your life. Who are they?
This was a hardest question, I guess. I thought of it taking very a long time, but still I don't know the answer. Um, especially uh, wait. Uh, Damn, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a band, right? And
It can no,
Grimes?
just music. Yeah, Grimes could be one. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Grimes for sure. Slipknot.
Nice. I think that like encapsulates the music right there enough. That's funny.
Yeah.
I need, you got me
Uh,
over here. I need to listen to Grimes now. I've never really listened to
mm,
them. I gotta check them out.
yeah. Yeah, if you like breakcore, you definitely like 4 a.m. It's not
Hmm.
breakcore, but it has the same vibe.
Right.
Yeah. One more is gonna be, I think, I Set to Kill, I guess.
Gotcha. That's a good one
Mm-hmm.
too. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate that you put I Set to Go in there. That's awesome. That's badass.
Yeah.
I grew up
Right.
listening to them too, so
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're awesome.
That's a good lineup right there. I need to jam Grimes now. I'm just like over here like 4
Yeah.
a.m. All right. So another song. I mean another song. Another question. What
Okay.
is the first album you bought with your own money?
I think it was My Chemical Romance.
Really? The Black Parade or
Yeah.
which one?
Um, Another one.
What was the another one?
Another one.
Three
uh,
Cheers. Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
is that the one with the
Yes, yes.
spider on it?
It's the one with the lady and the guy blood,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
bloody
yeah.
one.
I see, I see.
Mm-mm.
That's on brand. That makes
That's my
sense.
favorite My Chem album.
Mm-mm-mm. Right.
See, I'm not
But
a huge
I
MCR
actually,
fan, but I get the I
uh-huh.
respect it. I respect it. They're one of
Mm-mm-mm.
the a lot of people love them. I just could never get into them.
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know why.
Yeah, they're great. But I honestly didn't listen to it with um CD player, because I didn't uh use it that much.
Right.
Yeah, I
Collectible.
know. Yeah, I think our era, our generation, we used to listen to songs through like downloading iTunes and
Mm.
using iPod. right?
Right.
Or like YouTube, or like rent. Did you have like rental store? Renters,
For
like
not for
CD rental
music.
stores?
What? Y'all have
Like
Oh no.
for
Oh, it's a
music?
Japanese thing? Yeah.
That's
oh
crazy.
Re-
wow. Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Hell no. You have to
oh.
buy everything. Like you have to go, I didn't so you could like rent a CD to make sure you liked it before you like bought it.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's fucking
Wow.
Oh,
cool.
I thought you guys have it.
Hell
Oh, it's
no.
a
That
Japan
sounds
thing.
No,
sick. You could like they would
that
have
sounds
these
awesome.
things
Yeah.
in Walmart where you could put on these headphones and like you could listen to some of the songs like while you were in the store. But that was like the farthest it would go. Like you couldn't like rent it and take it home or whatever.
What about movies?
Yeah, you could rent
Movies, yeah.
DVD
movies and video games. We could rent those.
video games? You can
Yeah.
rent
Yeah.
it?
Y'all guys didn't have video games that you could rent?
Gamefly
No.
actually still exists to this day.
Oh, true.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a
Gamefly,
game
yeah.
rent. Like we had Blockbuster movie or whatever, and you would go and like rent movie or a video game for the weekend or 5 days or some shit.
That's so cool.
How long could you rent the CD for?
Oh, like you can choose week or a month.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I used to just
Wow.
like rent it for a couple days and put into my computer.
Oh, that's how people would do that. Like, so
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
that's insane. Okay, that makes
That's
That's the
sense.
crazy.
standard.
I see why that's not allowed
Yeah.
in America now, though.
Yeah, people were like, you gotta buy the
Uh,
whole CD.
yeah.
That's way cooler, though. File sharing's the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
badass. Wow, that just blew
Wow.
my mind. I'm like, that's
Culture
insane.
shock.
I know, for real.
Yeah.
So you, like, growing up in Japan,
Mm.
like, did you go to a lot of shows out there? Were there a lot of, like, gigs that happened out there that...
There is one underground scene that I used to play shows with. Um, I think it's not that big, but there for sure there's a underground scene in Tokyo, and it's pretty frequent. Like yeah,
There's...
they're doing shows very frequently.
Mm,
I'm talking about the club scene.
yeah, yeah. Like, they do a lot of,
Yeah.
like, electronic music still right now.
Mm. Yes. But
Interesting.
the band scene is kind of like dying right now, I guess.
So there's not a lot of, like, local bands happening and stuff like that out there?
Yeah, there are, but for me to I was in a band before COVID, and that was so hard because even if I do shows, nobody came.
Yeah,
I
that's
even
tough.
did a performance without any audience. Like I was playing a show to a sound system guy.
That's how you know you
Yeah.
like that is like I feel like what is the word I'm looking for? Any good musician has to go through that. You have to like earn your stripes. Like you have to like get there's like trials that you have to go through to like prove to yourself like is this music thing really worth it for me? Like did I really just
Mm.
play to an empty fucking room? Like am I going to continue to do this after that? Like though there's like roadblocks and if you've passed those things, those are like tests almost it feels like cuz it's not for everybody like doing this music shit. Like especially trying to make it like a career type thing. So I think it's like important.
Mm-mm.
Like every musician goes through that type of shit.
Mm.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, it'd be like that. and now you're popping off on the
That's
internet.
cool.
So look, there
It's
you
Yeah.
go.
honestly the difference between like, you know, if you love this or if you don't, like if you play to an empty arena or like an empty venue and you keep doing this, it just shows that you have heart for it.
Yeah,
And everybody appreciates you more, like
true, true,
it's
true.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I was surprised when I see the club scene in Japan because it's so different. Everybody, like many people, go to the clubs to just listen to music, but the band scene is like people go to their event to see the performer, but the
mm-hmm.
club is they go to like enjoy the.
The sound.
Yeah, actually, Japanese people don't dance that much compared to
Really?
American people. Yeah, yeah, that's how like artists or like DJ from other country when they go to Japan and perform, they are like surprised by how they like don't move and stare.
So is that like a respect thing, or is it just like they just don't
uh
dance?
I think they are just shy or something.
They're
Yeah,
just shy.
I don't like dance. But
Yeah,
inside is like yeah, they're hyped. So hyped, but like
right.
they don't yeah.
They're just like, oh, inside I'm screaming internally right
Yeah.
now. That's
Yeah.
funny. That I could just be like, imagine you're like, oh, you got a sold out show here in Japan, and you like travel from America there, and everyone's just staring, like not even like
Yeah.
jumping up and down or anything. I'd be like, are you guys having fun? Is this okay?
Yeah. I
That's cool.
know.
But you said you've played one
Mm,
show here in America now.
mm.
How was that? Like, did you enjoy it? It was here in, or it was there in California?
Hi,
Yes, in LA.
Exprovex.
Um the audience is loud in a good way. I loved
Yeah,
it.
there's like actual connection and like energy and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about like when crowds actually feel the music and get into it with you and stuff. You can. So do you just like set up a sequencer or something to play the music and you play your guitar? Or how do you do your live performances?
I usually have a back DJ that cues my instrumental,
Mm-hmm.
and that instrumental is without guitar, and I play the guitar and I play the synths
So do you
with
have your
this.
guitar going through it? Ooh, nice. It's got
Yeah,
little stickers on it too.
yeah, yeah. Because I don't, because I can't play the piano. I don't have knowledge, so this is like a
That's how
cheat
you know
stickers.
what to look at. You're like,
Yeah, yeah,
sick.
That's clever.
So you'll
yeah. That's
have
how I do
your
my show.
guitar going through like an amp simulator thing, or is it like an actual like amp that you play through?
Actual amp.
No
I prefer
shit.
that.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. So you have like a pedal board that you run through your amp too, or is it just straight
Yeah,
through the
I actually use just one
one
uh
pedal?
pedal. Yeah,
I want to
it's the
guess.
middle zone.
Oh, I was gonna
Oh,
say
sorry,
that.
I
I
said
was gonna say
ah.
that. Dude, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Oh,
really? Yeah, I
yes.
use middle zone.
Dude, that's so funny. Because I was going to say, I don't know if you use it on escape mode, but I can hear that shit, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't use that. I've never used pedal for
On the recording,
uh yeah, on the recording. I used amp simulator for all the
it
songs,
sounds
but
like a metal zone thing. Like it's got like
yes,
that
yeah,
crunch distortion. That's cool.
yeah, that's the sound I like. Mm,
Nice, nice.
good guess. Cool.
It's legit. Dude, that's so funny. Metal zone. Dude, I love
Mm-mm.
boss pedals. They
Oh
have
yeah, you play guitars too?
Yeah, I play in a band, a stinky band called Medusa Complex. I play
Oh really?
guitar and I use do I use two Boss pedals? Oh my pedal board is a Boss pedal board.
Mm.
Um but I use a combo distortion. It's called I think the combo. I think that's just what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a brown pedal, but it goes from if you twist it from one end, it goes to a distortion, and then it goes to an overdrive, and then if you keep going, it'll
Mm-hmm.
turn into a fuzz. So it'll turn into like any distortion pedal like that you want it
Oh,
to. It's so sick. I love that thing.
that's
Shout out
cool.
Boss pedals.
Yeah. Boss. I
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah, I got a couple more, and then we can end it up unless you have any other questions or whatever, and we'll let you go on your way. We again appreciate you for hanging out.
Yeah,
But I had
thank you.
a question before you go. Like where did you get is like Emma Ibarra, is that like your actual name, or what is the name of your artist? Like what does that come from?
Actually, Emma Aibara is a stage name. Emma is the real name. Aibara is just it's a random Japanese last name.
That's a
But
Japanese last name?
oh, yeah, it is
It
Aibara.
sounds. Oh, okay. I was mispronouncing it then, because I was about to say there's a Spanish name that looks exactly
Oh,
like that too, but
really?
I guess it's kind of spelled different. But how do
Mm-mm-mm.
you say it again? How do you pronounce the? You said Aiba,
Aibara.
Aibara.
Emma
Okay.
Aibara. Mm,
Ah, I see. I see. So that's
yeah.
just a stage moniker that you had come up with.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I chose this name,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to explain in English because it's all like uh Japanese. Like if you don't understand how those Japanese characters work, you don't.
Right. If you want to go in a little bit deeper and explain it, it's up to you. You don't have to, but
Yeah, I
just
can
like
I can explain a little bit like um yeah, so ah, I feel like I can explain it, but when I started trying to explain it, it's hard. So my real name, it actually it's complicated, but I have two last name, Japanese one and American one.
uh huh.
Japanese one is Ota,
Mm-hmm.
and American one is Lamach, and Ota is uh three letters in Japanese, Ota,
Okay.
and I always wanted I always wanted four letters of uh like the last name with four letters.
You're like it needs to
So
have four instead.
yeah, so Aibara is
Mm-hmm.
four. Aibara. So that
Oh,
is
syllables.
the syllables. Yeah, that's the
Okay,
word.
I understand.
Syllables. Yeah, Ota and Aibara
Mm.
for syllables. And I wanted uh B sound or like V uh Z G. I
So
don't know. It sounds like edgy, right?
you thought like phonetically, like what you wanted it to like sound like, as far as like
So,
a that's
yeah,
damn,
yeah,
that's
yeah. Because
interesting.
Aibara is not a common name in Japan. It's
Uh huh.
just I chose it because I like how it sounds. Yeah, just four syllables with uh edgy sounding like uh,
No, I
like
get exactly what
Z.
you mean. It's like the equivalent to us being like, I like this name because it has an X and a Z in it or some stuff like.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're like this is like just a sick sounding like. I get it.
hmm
I get what you're saying
Yeah,
right
and
there.
Okay.
yeah, also I wanted to start with A because A is cute. and it's the first letter, right? So it shows up in the top, and
Yeah.
I like it.
Go Raider.
And
I
The go
can't.
letter. My real name starts with A, so like I
oh
agree with
yeah,
you
A goes
100%.
hard.
cool. That's cool.
That's so
A is
funny.
cute. Kawaii.
Just the letter
Yeah.
A goes hard.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that sentence.
Number one, baby. Number one.
Just yeah, I like
Definitely.
the letter A is my favorite. That's so funny.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, but that's true. And also, there are uh, we use Chinese character, right?
mm-hmm.
In Japanese, there are three characters, like Chinese character and hiragana, katakana, if you are familiar with Japanese. Um, and we choose like the first name with um like thinking about the meanings in those Chinese characters.
Right.
Each character have their own meanings, right? And there is a Japanese way to write aibara in Chinese character, and ai means blue.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, like navy blue, kind of.
Mm,
Yeah, so I chose that because I wanted a name with color in it.
gotcha.
Yeah,
That
like
makes
those reasons.
Yeah.
that's in, so there was a lot of thought that went into the name. Like you like went deep on it. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. It's very like personalized.
Right.
It's you, you know.
Yeah.
So it's EMMA AIBARA. AIBARA.
Yeah. Aibara. Yeah, you're saying right.
Yes. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's actually hard for like people from other countries to pronounce rarirurero, because Japanese people can't pronounce R or L.
mm,
It's all ra.
like da and like
Yeah,
okay.
it's like between da and la.
So y'all don't use R's really at all when y'all are saying like in Japanese when y'all are speaking. There's never an
Hmm.
R sound happening.
No, no. So ramen is gonna be ramen.
Oh no! What? That's crazy.
Ramen
Ah,
is ramen.
that's so insane.
Yeah. So, random is gonna be random.
So
Ah.
it's always with an N usually instead of an R sound.
Mm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm learning stuff.
Mhm.
That's so cool. Okay.
Mm.
That's awesome though, because I didn't know if it was just like a name that you were like, I'm just gonna slap this on here. Like, this is my American version of my name from Japan. But to know that it's like, oh, there's actually like lore. Like I phonetically wanted, it's just sounds cool. Like that's cool too.
Mm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any new music? You said you were working on some stuff before this podcast.
Yes. Yes. I don't know. Because I am my plan is like changing right now. I was originally planning to release an album,
Nice.
so I have full 11 songs that's ready,
Oh.
but the plan is changing actually, so I'm not sure
Because you did
what.
Escape Mode as a single, right? And then you did the instrumental after the fact.
Mm,
And have you
yeah.
done most of your music as like singles and like collaborations, or like how do you have you done a full like EP or LP?
I actually have released one EP,
One
but
EP.
it was, yeah, it was just testing.
Mm-hmm.
Because because this project is just doing for fun, and I wanted to know how it works. I'm using DistroKid to
Yeah.
distribute the song, and I just wanted to test it out how it works and all
So
that. So
so you
yeah, I released an EP to just see how
it
it
was just
goes.
a demo essentially, like to like see how the distribution and everything would go as far as
Hmm.
that end or whatever. That's
Yeah.
cool. So now you're like, well, you just said you don't know if you're gonna release the full LP. Are you gonna kind of just like drip it out as like single and single and maybe release the LP later, or what do you got in mind?
Because I released singles separately too much, I wanted to, organize it in album.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I'm working on album. But yeah, my mind is kind of like forced that I really want to release an album because it's all over and messy right now.
In breakcore
Yeah, and
fashion. It's all
yeah.
good.
Mhm. Yeah, but I actually uh made a song trying to do like the next version of escape mode,
Mm-hmm.
kind of. Yeah, since everybody seemed they liked it, I wanted to keep continuing that style.
Right.
Yeah, so the next songs are gonna be in that style, I guess, but I'm not sure when, and I'm not sure how. If I'm gonna, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna release it as a album or single. I don't know yet.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but I
whatever.
like
Either way, we're gonna love hearing the new stuff. That's what I'm like.
oh,
Oh yeah, I look forward to it.
thank you. Yeah, I love releasing in a fast pace, so that won't be like long. Sure.
When it comes to that, like, do you just
You're
like
cooking.
you write the song and then kind of just like post about it and then actually distribute it to DistroKid, or like how do you don't you just there's no real method to it. You just kind of like write the song and throw it up for distribution, or how does that work?
I actually the first single, I I started writing that song and I finished it, mixed it, mastered it, and prepared the artwork in a day. And I did the release on the same day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
really love fast pace.
That's
Um,
that honestly, I love hearing that because I'm always scared. I feel like I need to like sit on a song and wait. Like I'm always like, oh, I need
mm,
to wait and like promote it for like a month before posting it out and
mm,
putting it out and shit like that. But to hear that and
yeah.
just be like, nah, I just did literally everything in one day and fucking like that's
No,
so dope. That's punk as
that's the
fuck.
ideal. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to proper way to release songs, I
Yeah, just
think.
when you
I need to
feel
wait, but yeah, I couldn't wait.
it.
It's just I wanna release it while it's hot,
No,
warm,
that's I
you know.
dig that. That
That's a
taking
popular
notes.
saying
I
here.
was about to say taking notes, legit, because
Oh,
I'm always
the
like, I
Mm,
need to wait on that, but fuck
they
that.
like
Just
to say here.
yeah.
They say, "Drop it like it's hot. Drop it
God
like it's
damn
hot."
it, I hate you.
Yeah, it's just this project is just like to make myself satisfied.
That's dope.
That's why.
The passion
Mm,
project.
yes, yes.
Well, we love to hear it. I can't wait to hear new music from you in
Yes.
the future. I'm excited. I already love what we're hearing and stuff. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being on. We've
Yeah, thank you.
I've been so like anticipating this. Like I said, I'm genuinely a huge fan, and I've been like, when I sent the message, I was like, dude, I doubt that she's probably not gonna say anything back or whatever. And then whenever you're like, oh yeah, it sounds
Oh.
sick, I was like, dude, what's happening right now? It's so
Yeah,
awesome,
he's
dude.
been
Oh,
talking about this for a while. Very excited.
Like I
We've
said,
even
really?
jammed your music on these streams before.
yeah, because so
Oh.
every Wednesday we do a music appreciation where we
Mhm.
have our chatters throw songs into our Discord where we have like music recommendations here, and
Mm.
I put as soon as as soon as Escape Mode dropped, I put the link in there and was like,
Oh.
we're listening to this one live on stream, and I'm gonna talk about
Oh.
this one specifically. And I, dude, like, so that whenever you said you were down for this, I was super stoked, and we're super thankful. Thank you again. Like I said,
Oh,
it's
thank you.
amazing to be able to talk and just like hear like a little bit of the background and lore and stuff, and it's so cool. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, also my
Hi, 5
English
Ava 90
skills
Cabanini.
change depends on who I'm talking to. And it was really comfortable talking with you guys.
Well, that's
Thank you
I'm
so much.
glad. I'm glad that you were able to
Mm,
like feel comfortable here. And
yeah.
again, when you have music to release, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be throwing it in this chat for people to listen to more and more. So yeah,
Yeah, I
we're stoked.
definitely I will be coming back to Twitch because I didn't I sorry. I don't use Twitch that much,
Right.
but I think it's really cool to see the streams
I know.
now.
I recommend like trying to get into the stream stuff. It's really
Yeah.
fun. And it's a good way to
Mm-hmm,
just get your sound out there too. I think there's a thing specifically for like DJs on Twitch going on right now.
mm. All
There's like an
right.
agreement going on or some shit. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's dope. I am excited for the future of what Emobreak has to come and more music
Okay.
from EMMA AIBARA.
Aibara.
I'll start saying it like
Yeah,
that.
perfect.
Hell yeah.